Hi guys, it's Holly. I'm going to go ahead and explain what I have in front of me. First, let me tell you that the Lord came to me over a year ago when I started walking my walk with Him, and He came to me in a dream. And I'm not going to go over the first part of the dream yet, but I do want to go over the second part of the dream. He showed me the number 2 and the number 8 on a small poster board. And, well, one number was on one side of the poster board, and there was another poster board on the other side, and it was an 8, 2 and an 8, and he had his hands separate, and he asked me, he said, "What is this, Holly?" And I said, 2 and 8, and he took his hands and he brought them together, and he said, "What is it now?" And I said, 2 and 8, and he said, and he put them right in front of my face. He said, "What is it now?" I said, 28, and he pulled it back and he said again, "What is this?" And it just kept on going and on and on with him asking me what number it was. And by the time I came to, I kind of shouted out 28. So for a complete year, the Lord has had me look over all different verses with 28, 28, 28, and some other things have happened, which I'm going to explain in some other videos. But finally, recently, watching Lively, I understood by the 2 and the 8, if you look on a clock, you have your 12, you have your 6, you have your 2, you have your 8, you have your 10, and you have your 4. And of course you have the other numbers, which is 1 and 3, and so forth. And what I did was I connected the 2 and the 8. And if you were looking at it for a clock, and you connected the 2 numbers, then it split the clock in half, and which showed me a great deal of different things. But for this video, I wanted to go ahead and show you some things, fast forward a little bit, and show you some things that He's showing me as of today, actually. And I want to give some credit to Anna, or 777AEJ, and Son of John. All of you 3 have really helped me in my walk with what the Spirit's telling you and what He's been showing me. The same exact things, just in a different way. Okay, so here we go. If we have, let me get used to this. This is my first time recording, so I apologize for any shaking going on. I might have to learn how to prop this up. Anyway, okay, let's take the days. First day of creation, God said that it was darkness, complete darkness, and His Spirit went on the waters, and He said, "Let there be light," and that was the first day. He divided the night from the day, the darkness from the light, first day, okay? And then we're going to go over to our second day, which is right here. He said there's 2 sets of water. He's going to divide those 2 sets of water, and then the midst of water, which He called heaven, okay? And that was the second day. Then the third day, He divided the sea from the earth, or from the land, dry land, and then of course your water. So we have the sea and the earth, which is our third day, okay? And then we're going to go to our fourth day, which is right here. He said that He wanted to separate the darkness from the day, or the night from the day. He created the sun for days and years, and He also created the stars. And we also have our moon, which He said was for signs and seasons, and this was the darkness of the night, okay? And that was the fourth day. Then we're going to go over to our fifth day. He created all the moving creatures, and He gave them life. And He brought them to life through water. And one example He tells us is the whales, or are the whales. And then He also said that the winged fowls of the air multiply and be fruitful. So on the fifth day, He created, and He saw that it was good, as just like the rest of the days. All of them were good. He said all of them were good. And then He created the sixth day. He created the beasts, the cattle, the creeping things of the earth and of the sea, and in the sea. And also He created man and woman. God created man and woman in His, which is God's own image. He created man and woman, okay? And this was our sixth day. And on the seventh day, he rested. He rested, and he saw that everything that he created was very good. Not just good, but very good. Okay? As I kind of worked this out, this all began with the numbers 2 and the 8. This is how all this began with me and my quest and searching for what he meant, because he showed it to me and I knew that it was something, and I kept on through the whole year searching for the 28, and after a complete year he finally showed me what it entails and what it meant and what it's leading me to and different things that he's showing me now. Now, if you go to Genesis chapter 2, because all this is in Genesis chapter 1, you go to Genesis chapter 2, and he talks about before he created a mist to water the earth, that way it would bring forth the grass, and let me come up here and see, the grass and the herb and yielding seed and fruit trees and seed in itself. He's talking about the fruit trees. Okay, that's very interesting compared to what he led me to today that I'm going to explain. And then I just took some lines and took a mist, because if you look in here, look at all the representation of the inside circle, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then our 7th day that's where you get the 7, because he created everything within 7 days. But look, you have water, sea. Here's another section of water, and he talks about the beast, which the sea is included in this. And the other days we have, which is the darkness and the moon, which do not create light. Your light is on the outside of those circles. Okay, so, and then let's look at the top 6 circles. You have, let's start with, light. You have man and woman, which is pretty much definitely on the earth. You have, this is above the earth, and it's the midst, and this is like the clouds. Okay, and then you have your sun, your stars, which your sun is a star. And for the 3rd day we have earth, which is the dry land. And then we have also our 5th day, which is the air, the fowls of the air. Okay, so you see a kind of a pattern going on. And then, like I said, I took the mist and watered everything, because that's what he speaks about. And if you look, what does this remind you of? The whole picture. Doesn't it remind you of a flower? You have your petals, and then within you have your seeds. Not within this. This is actually would be like your pollen, which is a male part. And then in the very middle, which is, if you research about plants, you're going to find that this is the sticky stigma. Once the pollen goes on the sticky stigma, then it goes down into the sticky stigma and down all the way down into the ovary, which produces seeds. So the Lord actually had me on some studies today about monocot, and dicot. Okay, that's short for monocotyledons and dicotyledons. If you go and do some research on monocot and dicot, you're going to see all kinds of amazing things. What it talks about within a seed, which this is a bean, inside the seed you have a leaf. If you have one leaf or little leafy part inside that one seed, and it's one leaf inside of it, that's the mono, that stands for one. And then if you have, I'm sorry for the shaking, if you have a seed that has 2 little leafy things inside of it, that's the dicot, which stands for 2. Go and research, do a compare and contrast for monocot and dicot, because you're going to see that with the actual leaf, the veins inside the leaf are all parallel to each other in a monocot. And in a dicot, you're going to have it's like a web. It's just a mixture of different veins everywhere. And like I said, it reminds me of the matrix or the web. You're also going to look inside of the stem of the monocot, and the vessels that you have, which vessels definitely used in the Bible, these are scattered abroad. And then in the dicot, within the stem of it, it's arranged in a certain pattern, okay? And this reminded me of this and a couple of other different things that he's been showing me. And then you also have, in dicot, you have a taproot that goes down into the ground, and then you have it branches out from the taproot, and that's for the monocot. And then for the dicot, you have, here's your plant up above the earth, but down below it's just a whole bunch of different root systems. It's just scattered abroad. And I apologize for the messiness, and I should have probably just turned to another page and did a T-chart, but maybe I'll do that in the next video. But I just wanted to go ahead and send this out, guys, and show you some of the things that he's been teaching me. I could go into some greater depths with the colors, and I might do that later in another video. But like I said, he just showed me this today as far as the different sections. And then also, let me go over this real quick. If you was to take and draw the line from 1 to 2, and then from 2 to 3, and then back down, I probably should do this with a different color. You're going to get the up triangle. Same thing with the opposite way. Okay, you're going to get the down triangle. And it also forms the Star of David. Okay, you got one triangle going up, one triangle going down. That's the Star of David. And definitely because of Son of John, I can definitely go a lot further with this picture. But I think I'm going to stop here and just come back in another video later, okay? And again, guys, this is my first video holding my phone and everything, so I apologize for the shaking. Hopefully I'll get a system up and get a lot better for you guys. Any feedback would be definitely appreciated, and I'll see you in the next video. Blessings.